Hey guys, Wetmovie1 back here again for another Blu-ray DVD update video for you guys today. It's been a couple weeks since my last one. Got a nice size stack of stuff here to talk to you guys about today for this Blu-ray and DVD review video. Hold on, I gotta fix this thing. It's starting to go down. It's starting to go down. The little tripod thing is going crazy on me. But like I said, guys, if you guys like my videos, please give them a thumbs up. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, I'll leave a link down below to the video. I went to a red carpet movie premiere in Hollywood to go see the movie Chips with my friend David Moore and stuff. Make sure you guys check out that video. I thought it was a lot of fun, kind of cool. I saw celebrities there like Ted Danson and Dak Shepard and Seth Green. There was a whole bunch of other celebrities there, but I only got some on video kind of for a little bit, and it was just really kind of cool. If you guys haven't seen it yet, link down below or in my channel and everything. Make sure you guys check it out. But guys, let's get started with it here with the first Blu-ray up from Shout Factory or Scream Factory. It's a new collector's edition of Firestarter. This is a film that came out back in the early 80s, early mid-80s, that stars George C. Scott and Drew Barrymore, a very young Drew Barrymore. In this film, it starts off with Drew Barrymore's father being tested, at a lab where people go and try out products and test out products and things, but something goes very, very wrong with Drew Barrymore's father and future mother, and then the mother, they get the father and mother get together and have Drew Barrymore, but yeah, Drew Barrymore now has these weird special powers that she can set things on fire, and her dad has the ability to make people do what they want by touching his head and going, I want you to drop that gun, don't shoot me, and makes people drop guns and all this kind of stuff. And in this movie, Drew Barrymore, like I said, has this power, and the government and stuff is after her and her dad, and it's just the adventure that they go on trying to get away from them and trying to figure out what they're going to do with their lives. And I think this movie was kind of fun, for the time. Watching it now is not as cool as it was when I watched it as a kid back in the day. I know that they made a sequel to this one that's not really that memorable, at least to me, but this one is put out by Scream Factory, and of course it has new commission artwork and of course the original artwork on the inside cover, and you also get a new audio commentary track here by the director Mark L. Lester, and some new interviews with the director and some of the cast and crew members, radio spots, theatrical trailer, and some still galleries on here. So if you're a fan of Firestarter or Drew Barrymore, definitely check out this release Shout Factory put out. It looks very, very good. This transfer is a 2K scan from the original film negative, and it looks so much better than the original Universal release that came out years ago. Much brighter, more vivid colors. I really do like this release a lot more than the previous one. And next up over here is from Lionsgate/Vestron Video, and this is very, very cool. I've been a fan of these films, at least the first 3 films in the franchise, and that is the collector's series of the Wishmaster Collection here on Blu-ray. We get all 4 Wishmaster movies on here on I believe it was 3 discs. And I gotta state here that the audio on the very first Wishmaster it states on the back that it's 5.1, but it's actually a 2.0 transfer. So something happened in the audio mix, and it didn't get corrected, but it says it's 5.1 on the back, but it's actually a 2.0 audio mix on this one. The Wishmaster, if you don't know what Wishmaster is, the first one is about this one art collector played by Robert Englund who's going out to try to collect antique pieces, art pieces, things from around the world that have certain things about them, certain history things about them, and he's importing this one piece from from somewhere, and as it's being imported, the statue falls and breaks, and this little amulet, amulet red, little rock thing comes falling out, and some guy takes it and, tries to, sell it on the black market kind of thing. But what's in this amulet is the Wishmaster, is a crazy genie kind of guy that comes out and grants people, 3 wishes. But of course, the wishes that he grants these people are not happy-go-lucky, shiny ones like Aladdin, like the genie in Aladdin or anything like that. It's I wish to be famous forever, or something like that, but then he will change it shit on them and you'll be famous, but then like all of, you know, it will turn into like the very bad, you know, kind of Wish. And I just always really like these movies. The very first one stars a handful of really noticeable horror actors in here, like Robert Englund, Kane Hodder. You know, you get I believe Tony Todd is in the first one as well. But like as the sequels, you know, keep going, they progressively get worse. But the first three in the franchise are my favorite. The fourth one's not the greatest, but I still like it anyway. But on this Blu-ray set right here, for the very first film, you get a new audio commentary track by the director and screenwriter, isolated score track, featurettes on here, you know, with interviewing the Jinn himself, the genie, talking about his experiences on the film and along with the filmmakers, theatrical trailers, behind-the-scenes compilation, and it looks like each of the other films of 2, 3, and 4 all have audio commentary tracks and select behind-the-scenes you know, featurettes on here. But if you're a fan of the Wishmaster franchise, I definitely recommend this. It does look absolutely beautiful on Blu-ray. And next up over here from Lionsgate is a film starring Michael Pena and Alexander Skarsgård, and that is War on Everyone. This is a film about two crooked cops working in the city who are always going around committing crimes, you know, like messing with, you know, drug bosses and trying to get money, extorting stuff from them and all this kind of stuff, and just, you know, doing really bad cop things until one day they're going into this one strip club to, you know, extort the manager of this strip club, and something really goes awry. And, you know, you have to watch the movie to find out what happens with these cops and how they got caught up into something even worse than they thought they were already in. And I thought this movie was kind of okay. I like the comedy aspect of the film, but, like, the whole storytelling part of it was just kind of, I don't know, it just didn't work. Like, the tone of the film, and then just the whole, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it felt kind of off a little bit. Like, I really do like the dark humor to it, but everything else surrounding it, it just didn't feel like it really mixed together well. If you know what I'm trying to say here, if you guys have seen this film, I really do like Michael Pena. I think he's a really great actor. He's from the, of course, movie End of Watch, and it was just in the movie Chips that I saw at the red carpet movie premiere. I didn't get to see him there or anything. He was there, but like if you're a fan of Michael Pena and or Alexander Skarsgård, and you like, you know, dark humor, you guys might really you know, get a kick out of this one. But on this Blu-ray, all you really get is one behind-the-scenes special making of. But next up over here from Lionsgate also is a new film starring Mark Wahlberg, and that is Patriots Day. This is a film I heard a lot of other reviewers talking about, like other people I love watching on YouTube, like Durant Cinema. He even went on the set of this film and, like, you know, showed what it looked like now after it was, you know, after the filming and everything on his video. Durant Cinema, you're the man if you're watching this video, bro. But Patriots Day is pretty much about the bombing that happened in Boston during the marathon that they had a couple years ago, and this is just a retelling of it, starring Mark Wahlberg as a police officer, you know, working on the day of the bombing during the, you know, the marathon, and how the city came together to try to find the terrorists or bombers that, you know, that did that and that killed a couple of people during that horrific event. And I thought this movie was actually really well put together. It's directed by Peter Berg, and I thought it was actually really kind of a tense, really well put together film. I really dug it. You also get J.K. Simmons in here, John Goodman's in here. A lot of really good actors are up in this movie. Special features on here, some true stories from the people that survived the bombing of you know, in Boston. So some of the real people on here, and of course you get the actors and filmmakers talking about their experience making the film. If this sounds interesting to you, I definitely recommend checking it out. It was actually really well put together, in my opinion. And next up over here from Lionsgate also is a film starring John Cusack and Nicolas Cage, and that is Arsenal here. This movie right here is about two brothers who kind of, you know, grow up in like a kind of a rough kind of part of town, and at the beginning of this film, they go home to find out that their father has gotten shot and killed, you know, in their living room, and they're kind of like suffering from the sight of what they just saw, and they're just trying to, you know, figure out what they're going to do. and then it flashes forward like 20 years or something like that, 10, 20 years, to see them as adults now and how they're dealing with their lives now, and how one of them is kind of a successful businessman that has a nice wife and wife and kids and everything, and how the other one has kind of went the complete opposite way, who's buying drugs. They try to resell drugs on the black market. They try to make money any way he can, and owes money to like crime bosses played by Nicolas Cage and all this kind of stuff. But it's pretty much about the brother that's on the up and up, trying to figure out how to help his how to help his older brother get out of all the trouble that he's in. I thought this one was actually really good. I really do like Adrian Grande, who, I can't even say his name right, but the kid from Entourage. I always thought he was a really good actor, and he was actually really decent in this film. But man, Nicolas Cage is absolutely crazy in this movie. He's always playing over the top characters anyway these days, and he knocks it out of the park in this one, with a weird little wig that he has on and all this kind of stuff. But if you like these actors that are featured in this film, I believe you guys might get a kick out of this one if you guys like rent it at like a Redbox or your local video stores, if you guys even have them anymore around you. Alright guys, and next up from Paramount is Fences here on Blu-ray, starring Denzel Washington and Viola Davis. This film was also directed by Denzel Washington. This film is based on a Broadway play, and it's about this low-income family in the 1950s, just struggling with life, and them, dealing with family issues and things like that. Denzel Washington in this film plays a trash man who goes around, collecting trash and, throwing trash away around the town, and just going through different little family problems. And Viola Davis plays his wife, who's a homemaker who watches the kids and things, and just the back and forth with interaction between the two and the family, and how they just have different struggles that they go through on a daily basis. I thought this film was actually very well done. It's not one of those movies that's like a big cinematic masterpiece or anything like that of big art proportions. It's just a real small kind of film, because it's a real acting piece, because it's based on a play. So there's not really like people doing this and going here and going there, like things blowing up and stuff like movies have these days. It's more of like a real small controlled film. But I thought the performances in this were very powerful. I think Denzel Washington directing this film did a very good job in here, and I was really surprised that he didn't win the Oscar for this, because his performance in this was just very, very strong in my opinion. I know he's won in the past for other movies and stuff, but in here I think him and Viola Davis really just showed their acting talents to the fullest here. But on this Blu-ray right here, you get his behind the scenes featurette, talking about from how they took it from the stage to the screen, and a regular making of featurette on here talking to Denzel Washington and the actors, and how they put this film together. And next up over here from Warner Brothers is a film that stars a whole bunch of people like Will Smith, Edward Norton, Keira Knightley, Michael Pena, a whole bunch of people, Helen Mirren and Kate Winslet. That is Collateral Beauty. This right here is a film about Will Smith's character, who's a really rich businessman in the city, but yet he's dealing with the death of his daughter. His daughter just passed away, and he's just really dealing with it, and his company is kind of failing because of it. And his co-workers, played by Michael Pena and Edward Norton, are kind of trying to figure out what to do to help save the company and help their boss / friend out during this really bad time in his life. So like at the beginning of this film, you find out that the business model that Will Smith goes by, for his businesses, death, love, and like time is what like their business motto is. It's kind of weird. You have to like watch the movie to understand it well. So one day, one of the co-workers or / friends of Will Smith finds out that Will Smith is like has been really depressed and been writing letters to not anybody, but to death, time, and love, or what have you, and just writing them and mailing them off to nowhere. And they find out about this, and then they go to hire some actors to play death, love, and time, and to go to Will Smith and pretend like he's seeing spirits and stuff, to try to help him out, to try to get him out of his funk. I found this movie to be very, very beautifully told, very well done in my opinion. I don't think it's the best movie that Will Smith has ever done or anything like that, but I did really enjoy this film. It kind of felt like I was watching Reign Over Me but the Will Smith version. Because you know the movie Reign Over Me with Adam Sandler, he's really sad and depressed about the loss of, you know, some of his family members that happened during 9/11 or whatever, and he's like, you know, riding his bike and crying, you know, through the city of New York. And this one, Will Smith's doing the same thing about the death of his daughter and riding his bike, crying around, you know, crying, riding his bike around New York, doing the same thing Adam Sandler did in Reign Over Me. It kind of felt like Will Smith's, you know, Reign Over Me. But you get a little making of special featurette talking to the actors of the film, which I thought was kind of a cool little feature they had on here. I liked this movie. I thought it was a decent drama. I cried a little bit towards the end. I can't lie. Alright guys, and next up over here from Warner Brothers also is the new Ben Affleck film called Live by Night here on Blu-ray. This is a film that got shit on by a lot of critics, but I've been a big fan of Ben Affleck ever since I saw him in Mallrats and Dazed and Confused back in the day. But this film right here takes place in the Prohibition era, and Ben Affleck plays this, you know, gangster that's pretty much rising in the ranks, you know, back during that time. It's just like what he goes through, you know, during that era, and becoming like, you know, from a little gangster to like a big gangster in the game. And I found this movie to be kind of entertaining, man. The last half of the movie got kind of, you know, kind of weird and sloppy. If you guys have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like, it's not as bad as other, you know, people are saying, other critics and other reviews that I've heard. But like, it was actually, to me, kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like, I really do like Ben Affleck's performance in here. He also directed the film. You also get Chris Cooper in here and Zoe Saldana that round out some of the cast that's in here. But on this Blu-ray right here, you get a making of special featurette, director's commentary, deleted scenes with commentary tracks. But if you're a fan of Ben Affleck, I really do. I think you guys might, you know, like this, might enjoy this film. But it's also not one of his best films that he's ever, you know, directed or been a part of. But it totally is enjoyable in my opinion here. But that's Live by Night here on Blu-ray. And next up over here from Warner Brothers also are some new 4K Blu-rays that I'm adding to my collection now. And you guys all know I haven't really watched or been a big super fan of the whole Harry Potter franchise or anything like that. I don't hate the films or anything. I just haven't seen all the films in the franchise yet. But this right here, this film I have in 4K is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is kind of actually, this movie takes place about 70, 80 years before Harry Potter. Before Harry Potter, you know, read his book, and it's about this kid named Newt. What was his name again? It was Eddie Redmayne, right? Is that his name? Yeah, Eddie Redmayne. I think his name's Eddie Redmayne. I keep forgetting his name, but the guy who plays Eddie Redmayne, his character his name's Newt in this movie, and he has a suitcase that creatures escaped from, and now he's in New York City, you know, going around trying to find those creatures and get them back into his suitcase without letting his friends and other people know what his mission is. And there's so much more going on in it, but it was just a really, really fun movie. I really do like the special effects in this one. I thought the acting in this was pretty, you know, pretty solid. But man, watching this movie in 4K really stood out, man. With the nice special effects, with the nice, beautiful colors and dark blacks, it just looked really, you know, deep blacks. If you guys watch, you know, 4K with the HDR, it just looks so fantastic here on 4K. You get over an hour of special features on this film right here. But if you're a fan of the Harry Potter franchise, this is what happens before Harry Potter, and I thought this was kind of cool because, like, I don't really remember all the Harry Potter movies that well, to be honest. But this one looks fantastic on Blu-ray. You know, I'm not trying to have a pun here, but Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, I recommend this one. It's really, really cool. But Warner Brothers also sent these ones over for me to talk to you guys about today. And that is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix that just got released on 4K. And Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 here on 4K. I believe they're releasing all the other Harry Potters all on 4K. And I just want to let you guys all know that these ones look fantastic. Like I just popped them in to look at the picture quality and sound quality to see what they look like and things. But all the special features that are on here, that are on these 4Ks and Blu-rays, or the special features are only on the Blu-ray versions. You can't watch the special features in 4K or anything like that. But I just want to let you guys all know that you can get Deathly Hallows Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Order of the Phoenix on Blu-ray, along with all the other films in the franchise coming out on Blu-ray real soon. But next up over here from Paramount Home Entertainment is a film starring Jason Bateman, J.K. Miller, Jennifer Aniston, Rob Corddry, a whole bunch of people, and that is Office Christmas Party. This is the unrated version here on Blu-ray. This is a film I wanted to see in theaters, but somehow I just didn't go to see it. But I just watched it, and it was just a lot of fun. The name is kind of stupid, Office Christmas Party. It doesn't really sound like it was like a big imaginative name like they came up with. But it's a real simple movie. It's about this businessman played by J.K. Miller. Who runs this company, and the company's kind of failing, and it's not really going good for them. And Jennifer Aniston plays his sister, is just a real mean woman in this movie, and she says, you guys have to make make this one big deal, to save your company, or we're screwed, kind of thing. And it says them having this Christmas party to try to impress this new investor, kind of thing, and just the craziness that happens. I thought this movie was a lot of fun. It had a lot of It's one of those movies that's just like so stupid it's funny. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those ones, and I love movies like that you can just shut your mind off and have a good time with, and that's exactly what this one is. But on this Blu-ray right here, you get the unrated and theatrical version of the film, deleted and extended scenes. All right, everyone, and next up over here from Sony Home Entertainment is the movie Passengers here on Blu-ray, starring Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. This is a film that got really mixed reviews out there. It's pretty much about Chris Pratt's character and Jennifer Lawrence's character who board this spaceship that this movie takes place way into the future, and people are getting aboard this one ship, 5,000 people I believe, to go. The ship's kind of like a luxury liner, kind of like the Titanic, but like a spaceship version of it. And they're going. The ship's called the Avalon, and they're going to a certain destination. But then about 90 years to 100 years too early, these two wake up, and all this craziness happens with them being stuck on a spaceship and not really knowing, what to do. And there's like a love drama, going on with action and everything like that. This movie kind of was like a hodgepodge of a lot of different stuff, you know what I mean? Like a cool space movie with some action in it, with a love drama. But like, to me, I really couldn't get into it as much as I thought I might, because I like movies like Alien or Aliens and all that kind of stuff, and Event Horizon. But like this one, it looked nice, it looked beautiful, the acting was fine, but just something about it felt kind of off. But this Blu-ray right here has some deleted scenes, some making of special featurettes featuring Chris Pratt talking about the film, creating the Avalon, how they created the ship and everything like that, which I thought was kind of a cool special feature that's on here. But if you guys like space movies, I recommend you guys rent this one. It's just not, I don't know, it's just not one of the better science fiction movies I've seen in a while, to be completely honest here. The next one up over here from Sony is a film starring Frank Langella and Christina Applegate, and that is Youth in Oregon. In this film, Frank Langella's character plays the grandfather of this family, and he's just struggling. He's just struggling because he just got diagnosed with this disease that is gonna kill him eventually. So he's just like, you know what? I'm done with life. I want to go to Oregon to kill myself. You know what I mean? He wants to go to Oregon to kill himself, but the legal way, where you can take pills and just nod out and stuff. But yet, Christina Applegate, his daughter, and his other family that he lives with doesn't want him to do so. They don't want him, but he's insisting that that's what's going to happen. So he gets on this, he gets in the car and starts going, down to Oregon, and it's just his family trying to deal with the situation that that he's going through, and not knowing that he's got diagnosed with this disease that he has, that he's going to die from anyway. And it's just all the family drama that goes on from that. I thought this movie was a pretty decent watch for what it was. I think Frank Langella pulled in a nice performance in here. I think Christina Applegate did a very, very good job in this film as well. I don't really see her in films that often these days, but I would like to see her do a lot more. I've always liked her since Married with Children and things. But if you guys like the actors in here and like the premise, you guys might like this film, but it really is kind of sort of depressing. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones that it's just gonna mess you up a little bit. But that's Youth in Oregon here on DVD. And last but not least, right here from Star Vista Home Entertainment is Mama's Family. Mama's Favorites collection here on DVD. I haven't opened this one up yet. I already have the complete series of this on DVD in the other room right now. But of course, this is a classic TV show from the 80s that I've always really liked watching. I just got this here to talk about and to promote for you guys in this video. It has 6 volumes. It's like the Mama's Family, best of, each season here, which I think is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna open this because I already have the complete series. But it's just kind of cool that the Mama's Family, they put all their favorite collection in one big set right here. But yeah, guys, I just want to let you guys all know that the best of Mama's Family from volumes 1 through 6 are in one big box set together. So if you're a fan of Mama's Family, I just wanted to let you guys know about that. And also, you get the complete series out right now. Check Amazon, your local websites and things if you want the complete series of Mama's Family. And thanks, guys, for watching my little Blu-ray DVD update video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.